Good morning, Mike and Andrea. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Andrea, tell us a little bit about yourself and the journey that got you here today.
Yes, well, I grew up on a sailing community, so I grew up sailing. My father built me a little Optimist right at the beginning and taught me to sail, and had a fantastic childhood growing up in that sort of community where friends, we all had boats, we all sailed, absolutely loved sailing and followed that passion through, joining the BT Global Challenge, as it was, in 96, 97, to race around the world. That was the point that I met Mike. Mike was the skipper of the boat that I was allocated to. We didn't start off on the best of footings, but after the race, we got together and we have been together since.
Mike, tell us a little bit about some of the ocean focus groups that have a place in your heart, and also why SeaKeepers.
Well, I've had since Andrea and I met in 96, 97, I've had a pretty extensive racing career, doing a lot of fully crewed and solo racing. And during that time, I've been very fortunate to be supported by a couple of ethical or environmentally orientated sponsors. So my interest in oceans and ocean health started really not entirely, but connected to my involvement with those sponsors. And as a result of that, I've acquired a good, strong interest in sustainability and ocean health and all the things that are so obviously needed now to help the planet go forward. And as a result of that, currently I chair the Sustainability Commission for World Sailing. I'm the patron of the RYA Green Blue initiative, and now we've partnered with SeaKeepers and the National Oceanography Centre to do some science on our project going forward. And this is a unique project for us because every other ocean voyage I've done, I've always had to go where the race goes, and this was something that both of us wanted to do, and we've acquired a boat down in New Zealand, and the plan is to sell the boat back to the Mediterranean over the next 18 months. And we are starting literally in a month's time and out in New Zealand, and we're heading up to Tonga, Fiji, Vanuatu, New Caledonia, possibly the Solomons, in through the Torres Strait, along to Darwin, up to the Indonesian islands, then Bali, then Christmas Island, Cocos Keeling. These are all kind of, they're real go-to places you'd love to be able to visit and would never get the chance to any other way. Across to Mauritius, Reunion, South Africa, Port Elizabeth, Cape Town, and then we're early days, but we're planning our route up the Atlantic and back to the Mediterranean. So we realized that we were doing this fabulous trip. It's a trip of a lifetime for sure, but we could also use it by partnering with SeaKeepers and NOC. We could also do some useful science as we go, and we're here today at NOC discussing being shown how to use a net facility to enable us to collect seawater samples and look at microplastic distribution in those very unusual and out of normal reach parts of the ocean. But in addition to that, again with SeaKeepers, we're hoping to do some other science with potentially manta rays and whales and sharks, and who knows, we're still developing that discussion, but there's lots to be done, and it will add a new layer of interest to what we're doing. I mean, obviously what we're doing is fabulous, but to have the science element also attached to it just takes it to the next level.
And one other question, tell us about the vessel you're going to be sailing on.
So we're sailing on a 51-foot catamaran, an Outremer catamaran, and the boat's called Traverse. We've just acquired it literally 2 days ago. We finished the deal, And yesterday the boat was re-registered with our new name, Traverse. So it's still a very new purchase. We've yet to go down to New Zealand and actually take full possession of the boat, but it's a perfect platform for doing a number of things that we're getting involved with SeaKeepers.